I'm a big justice seeker, and it's part of why I chose the profession that I did. I don't want others to have to go through this experience.
Anna Miller spent more than a decade working and saving.
My parents were both self-employed. They didn't have the opportunity to be a part of an employer-sponsored 401k. This was such a great benefit to their children. I was saving for retirement. This is my security.
After 11 years at one company, the attorney got a new job and decided to roll over her 401k with Fidelity to a different plan.
I initiated that rollover with my brokerage, and they sold the proceeds, issued me a brokerage check, which according to them was the only way in which I would be able to receive the funds to roll over.
Miller says Fidelity would not send the funds electronically. Wells Fargo is the bank that Fidelity chose to deposit Miller's funds in after selling the funds for the rollover. The check was drawn on a Wells Fargo account, and Miller received a check in the mail on February 5th, 2024, for more than $325,000. On February 6th, Miller mailed that check via U.S. Postal Service first-class mail to the new financial institution in Atlanta, Georgia.
And was going to wait a couple of days, checking my account to see whether it had shown up.
But weeks went by, and the money was still nowhere to be found. So Miller started calling Fidelity, which told her the check cleared on February 8th. So she asked for a copy.
I will never forget, I was at my son's karate, and I got a call from them. I answered, and they said, "This isn't your name."
It appeared the check had been copied or altered, the name of a man and not Anna Miller written on it, with a California address.
I think this was a very sophisticated scheme, and banking systems and checks are supposed to have measures on the face of them to prevent counterfeiting, duplication, alteration. And banking systems are designed to prevent forgery.
In a statement to the On Your Side investigators, a Fidelity spokesperson said they do not discuss individual matters to protect their clients' privacy, going on to say they work with clients directly to answer questions they may have. Wells Fargo did not provide a statement on the situation.
I want the people that did this to be held accountable, and the people that are continuing to hold up my money to be held accountable.
Miller filed a police report in Chesterfield County and contacted every bank involved in this: Fidelity, Wells Fargo, and JP Morgan Chase, where the money was eventually deposited. In August 2024, Miller told the investigator she heard from Fidelity, who said it received a letter from Wells Fargo that stated, quote, "We are unable to credit the Fidelity account as the claim has been denied by the Bank of First Deposit, JP Morgan Chase."
But I had a really big breakdown on that phone call. I was really upset, thinking this couldn't be the end. I couldn't accept that this was the end, because it wasn't the end to me.
Shortly after Wells Fargo's denial, Miller's phone rang again.
Tell us about the moment you learned you were getting all of the money that you worked for, that you earned, back.
I dropped to the floor, and I just cried. And I was in total shock, and I just cried for several minutes.
After more than 6 months of phone calls, emails, letters, and more, Fidelity told Miller that Wells Fargo agreed to credit her money back to Fidelity. It was wired to her, and it's now back in a 401k account, safe for her future.
While it's true that my situation, my story, has ended in a positive way, I am terribly, deeply troubled by the fact that this is happening all over the country. It's just mind-boggling that there aren't more protective measures for serious sums of money or any sum of money, and the banking system has done a really good job shielding itself from liability. Don't accept no. Your money's gone. It's not gone.